Hello everyone, Retro Robbie here with another video. And for coins, the most requests I've got from coins question-wise is how do you store your coins? How do you stack? How do you show them off? So I thought today was the perfect day to do this. I just got Ravenhawk's Nest package, and I had a bunch of finds in there were $50. So I figured I'd do a $50 one. And then later on, I'll do a penny one because those are my two biggest items, are the $50 and the pennies. So I thought what I would do is just give a quick little history, Retro Robbie style, because I'm not the huge expert here, but I know enough to be dangerous for you guys. I thought I'd give you a little history, and then I'll show you how I stack them and how I display them and all that, because you guys have been asking now for almost a month now. So here I thought I would do it for you. So I'll first start off with the history. I got four or five. We'll do 6 coins here. I figured I didn't go all the way back to history because we'd be doing this forever. I thought I'd start with the 20th century on. I actually had a barber around my desk area, so I was able to do all that. So first off is we'll start off the history here. This is the Barber $50. The Barber $50 was made from 1892 to 1915. They made them in Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, and I think maybe a year or two of Carson City too. So the CCs are very valuable. One thing to look out for. This is just a regular 1904. It's slicked out. I don't remember where I got this. I think I probably won it somewhere on a draw. It's very used, but it's probably in G shape. It's a 1904 Philadelphia Barber $50. So I had that laying around, so I just wanted to show you that. And then starting in 1916 to about 1947, they produced what was called the Walking Liberty $50. These things are a thing of beauty. If I had a better example, I'd probably show it. I just grabbed stuff was around my desk. This was in 1945 Denver. They made these in San Francisco, Denver, and Philadelphia. So the way you can tell on the back is there'll be a little letter, the S or the D, or if it's Philadelphia, nothing there. So this one's a Philadelphia. This is 1945. But just the designs of the early 20th century coins are just breathtaking. I wish we still did stuff like that. I understand dead presidents. I mean, a lot of countries, they do the queen, the king. We do presidents, but back then, the early 20th century, man, they just made beautiful, beautiful coins that they took for granted. I mean, this Walking Liberty is just a thing of beauty. And they put that design on the silver dollars, the silver dollar eagles. And you can see why. It's just beautiful. There's the back. I do have a bunch of these. Again, not only are they beautiful, but again, 90% silver on all this up till 64. So that is the Walking Liberty design. Up next, after that, 1948 on, 48 to 63, they switched over to the dead presidents, except, Benjamin Franklin there. So, of course, he was the founder of the currencies and all that. So that's why he's featured. He's featured on the 100. He was featured on the $50 here. Benjamin Franklin's. They call these Benjis in the coin world. So these are walkers. They call them. These are barbers after the designer of the Barber Liberty. Or the Liberty was Barber. These are Benjis. So Liberty Bell in the back. Again, you could tell if it's Denver or San Francisco. The letter will be way up there. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it has the letter up there. If it's Philadelphia, you won't have it. So that's just a quick little one of the Benjis. You'll see those every once in a while. Again, they did that from 48 to 63. And then when President Kennedy got assassinated, they started doing portrayed him on the half dollars. So 1964 was the big year. So that was the last year they did 90% silver. So this is the 64. Again, your mint mark would be right there for Denver. They did not make San Francisco's. They didn't make proofs until a couple years later. So they did that in like the late 60s to put the D in there. After that, they put as you know, the mint mark. If I have one here, there's one right there. Put it right down there. So there's the mint mark for that. From 66 to 1970, they started producing silver at 40%. So this is what, most common is still circulated is, when most people find this stuff, it's these ones that are 40% silver. Not many people know that they were 40% silver from 65 to 1970. So there's a lot of YouTube channels out there. I use Ravenhawk, Rob Finds Treasure, Silver Seeker, all those guys. There's so many of them you could choose from. They do $half hunts, and you can still find this stuff. You saw in my last video, I found a silver dime. It is possible to find this stuff, and they do $half hunts and all that for you. So that's why I'm doing this, because I did a whole bunch with Raven, and these are the coins. So I thought I'd show them off. So after 1970, they stopped putting silver in them. They're just regular circulated. They made a whole bunch of $half in the 70s. And then they start getting less popular as inflation rose. People didn't want to carry these $half, around their pockets. Back then it was kind of a status symbol to have 50 cents in 1904 went a lot further along than a 50-cent piece from the 70s or the 80s. We all know that. So, they just, after about the 80s, they started producing less and less and less. So, they started doing NIFCs, which is not intended for circulation. So there are 1970 and 1987 were years that they did not produce. Very many of them. They just produced them for sets and for collectors. They didn't distribute them out to the public. But as always, people put them in rolls. People don't realize what they have in their hand. They just like, hey, it's 50 cents. They give it to the bank and get 50 cents for it. Not knowing that it's silver, silver is about 25 bucks an ounce. So, even if you have 40% in there, that's still quite a bit of money that you're throwing away pretty much. A lot of people do that. So these are NIFCs. They from 2000, we'll focus on 2002 because the 87s and the 70s are really rare. I have an 87. I don't even have a 70 in my collection right now. They're that hard to find, and I have not found any on searches or hunts or anything like that. So, but from 2002 on up to even now, these are now NIFCs, so you can only get them through the mint. You can or sets, mint sets. And, they eventually, again, people see one of these, don't know what it is, poof, they give it right to the bank. So that is a little history, my quick version of the history of it. Again, the most questions I get is, how do you store them? Well, I store them a couple of ways. First off, we'll start with the silver ones here. So as you know, from my last video, there was a whole bunch of silver that I got, a lot of 40%ers. What I do is just on eBay, you can get them fairly cheap. They are these rolls that you can buy. They're from, show them right there. The most biggest name is BCW. There's these coin rolls here. They store literally $10 worth that you would get at a bankroll. I have a bunch of these. You can buy them for like 10, 15 bucks, 20 bucks, whatever on eBay. They're all over the place. You can buy 1 to 100 of them. I usually buy 10 or 20 of them. And then I write the dates on them, what they are. Now, there's two versions how I do it. One's handwritten here. The only reason why I had this handwritten is because one of my companies from long, long ago threw these orange stickers in the trash. I'm like, why are you throwing those away? I could use them. So I have a whole bunch of these orange stickers that I got for free, and I just write them down. Another version you could do, I do this too. You could get these on Amazon or whatever. And I'll throw links on there if you're very interested on some of the stuff on Amazon. I can throw you a link on there as well. You get the Avery pre-done stickers. You can, and then I print them out. You get templates. Avery gives you free templates, word templates, and you type it in, and boom, you got a sticker and has it pre-done. So these are my quarters. Again, you buy these on eBay, pretty common. And then I just put a sticker on it to identify, hey, those are 64 Denvers. There's my stack of silver. It's literally you're stacking silver. That's why they call it silver stacking. And that's how I do it for that. So, I got some 67s here. So, they are not the greatest shape. They're well circulated. They probably don't upgrade my album, which I'll talk about here in a minute. I'm going to take a quick peek, and I guarantee you that 67 is not going to update anything. Nope. So, again, there's 67s. I believe that's the only thing they made was Philadelphia in 67. So, again, there's 67s. Hey, got a couple. I think I just, once they're full, I put them in the vault. I have a vault outside to keep them safe and secure. I have a vault. I got a couple vaults all over the place. Keep it stacked and all that. So that's what happens when they get filled. I set them aside, vault them, and start the next stack. So 67s. I just started in a new role here, so that's why there's not that many there. So again, just doing more 67s. Oh, I didn't realize I had that many. Again, boom, easy enough. When you get to the top, it's $10 worth of silver times the value. I always go to Coinflation. That's the best place you can go is Coinflation. I think in my book, because you go to Coinflation and it will tell you all the metal contents in there, what the value of this is, melt value. So again, numismatic, it's a little bit worth more, but hey, a lot of people, some of these, if they're really in rough shape, they'll melt them down. You can for the silvers. You're allowed to do that. You cannot melt copper, pennies, and nickels. That's still illegal because they're still circulated. But once they pulled out the silver contents of the coins, you can do that. So again, 69s. Again, I got 3 of them from Raven. Again, none of these are in great shape. They're all circulated. They've been around the block. I stack them literally, just boom, just like that. There's some 65s. Again, they're not going to upgrade my album. Boom. Right there. And then the 66s right there. There was 2 of them as well. Boom. Stack them. And that's how I do it. Once they're full, I vault them. Never going to be seen again. So that's how I stack silver, just like that. Now, when I want to upgrade my albums, there are 2 types of albums. I'm going to set this up here. There are 2 types of albums. This is your normal Whitman album. This is your most common. They're just simple. You plug and play. There's my collection. I'm still missing a couple here and there. Again, these are all from searches and all that. They're from either searches from the coin community on YouTube or me buying a roll here or there of Kennedy's. I find something. If it's the best of my example, I plug it in. So that's how I do that. This is like the cheapy album, the most common. A lot of people have these. I like to go a little step further. These are the Whitman classics right there. These are the books. Again, your best examples would go in here. This is, the Kennedys. Again, I only put stuff in there that are the best examples. I could, put some common 91s, but I kind of am a little fussy. That's why the album's not as full as you think it would be. But it's just a simple, here, I got the 74 proof that was found. Really good condition there. It's a little nicked up, but hey, that was a find. Someone had bought this nice proof $50 and then released it to the wild. So again, hey, there's a 74S proof. You can slide these out, plug that coin right in just like that. And it adds to your album. And they're a little tricky. You gotta almost snap them in place. Man, sometimes they are hard, but then they go in. But one thing I like about this, you get to see both sides. So that's why I collect these. These run around, $20-25 on eBay again. They're quite easy to get. I have them for all the denominations. When I do my pennies, I'll show you my penny one. Again, this is got a ways to go here. They're kind of fun to do once you find that find. Hey, Raven found me a 1986 proof as well. So again, it's amazing how much is out there just being circulated around. So there's that 86 proof. We can plug that in this book here. I know you can't see it. Move that up a little bit, and boom, you slide it and you're done. And so that is my Kennedy album. So I got a couple more NIFCs to go through. This goes up to 2002. As you know, 2002 was the first year of NIFC. Actually, I think it goes to 2003 because there is some blanks. So there's your 2003s. Because then it's kind of funny because this book starts at 2004. So there's my 2004 up to 2021 this year. So this one, unfortunately, does not do proofs. I have a 2015 proof that we found right there. So I have not seen these yet on the later years. Maybe I'll look again and I'll update this to this because I prefer these. So that is it. That's, that was the most common question that I get is, how do you store your coins? And these are the couple of ways I do it. Ones I get multiples of go in these rolls here from BCW. You can get those on eBay. And then your best examples, I do the albums. You could do either or, depending on how you want to do your collection. People do it different ways. So, this is how I do it. I may be right, wrong, or indifferent. So, that is it. That's my quick video on how I store my coins. I'll do pennies. I'll show you how to do pennies. I got a trick on pennies that I learned on YouTube as well. And I think it works great. So when I do the next weedy penny search that you saw there, I will show you how I stack my pennies as well. So thank you for watching. Appreciate all your support. I appreciate the questions. I'm willing to answer them. You guys know that. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe to my channel. Hey, ask a question. I'm more than willing to answer them. I love helping you guys out, guys and gals out. Leave a comment, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Retro Robbie saying, collect what you love.